Dear soul who carries the weight of silence in your chest. You who know the piercing pain of pulling away from someone who still pulses in your heart. I see you, walking through gray days, questioning whether you made the right choice, whether the distance was necessary, whether the space brought the peace you so desperately sought. In this sacred moment, Archangel Gabriel, divine messenger of truth and celestial communication, comes through this message to reveal what happens in the invisible realm, in the sacred territory of the soul, when you make the courageous decision to pull away. This is not just a message about separation, my dear soul. It's a revelation about the mystical dance that happens between two connected souls, even when one chooses silence, even when pride builds walls, even when the pain seems greater than the love. Gabriel whispers truths that your heart already knows, but your mind is afraid to accept. Prepare yourself to dive into the deepest spiritual journey of human relationship. What happens when love remains, but presence withdraws? Your heart knows this pain that has no name, this emptiness that echoes within your chest when you make the decision to pull away. I know you feel as if you've torn out a part of yourself, as if each day of silence is a small death within your soul. This sensation of being lost among so many people, carrying a love you can no longer express, a connection you can no longer nurture. Archangel Gabriel sees every tear you shed in secret, every moment you almost give in and break the silence, every breath that feels heavier because he is no longer there to share it with you. You pull away because you must, because your soul cries out for space, for healing, for a chance to find yourself again. But at the same time, you feel as if you're betraying something sacred, as if you're denying a truth that pulses stronger than your own will. This duality shatters the heart, doesn't it? Knowing that pulling away is necessary, but feeling every fiber of your being resist this decision. Gabriel knows this inner struggle, this conflict between what the mind knows to be right and what the heart insists on feeling. The angels whisper truths that your heart already knows, but your mind is afraid to accept. Beyond the veil, your soul chose this experience of pulling away not as punishment, but as a catalyst. Every tear you shed watered invisible seeds of transformation. Every day of silence created a sacred space where truth could finally emerge. Gabriel now reveals what happens on the spiritual plane when one soul pulls away from another. It's not a disconnection, it's a reconnection on a deeper, purer, more truthful level. When you pull away, your soul doesn't stop loving, it simply changes the way it loves. The love that once flowed through words, touches, and presence now flows through silent prayers, through energies sent across the cosmos, through a tenderness that transcends the physical dimension. Gabriel shows that physical distance often creates a spiritual closeness that would be impossible in constant presence. It's as if two souls, once confused by the intensity of proximity, could finally see each other clearly through distance. Look back and see how much you've grown since you made this courageous decision. Feel the strength that pulses through your veins, even when you doubt, even when longing grips your chest like a vice. Recognize the light you've brought to others, even in the darkness of separation, even when you felt your own light was dimming. Gabriel wants you to understand that pulling away is not weakness, it's strength. It takes immense courage to distance yourself from someone you love when you know your presence is no longer serving mutual growth. Every day you choose silence is a day you choose truth over illusion, authenticity over convenience, self-love over emotional dependency. Gabriel whispers that you're being forged in the sacred fire of transformation, that every moment of solitude is a moment of reconnection with your own divine essence. You're learning to love in a way that transcends the need for return, that transcends dependency on reciprocity, that transcends even the need for understanding. I am Gabriel, the Archangel of Divine Communication, and I come through this message to reveal what happens in the sacred territory of the soul when you make the decision to pull away. Dear courageous soul, you believe that pulling away is the end of the connection, but I come to show you that it's only the beginning of a deeper, purer, more truthful connection. When you pull away, your soul doesn't stop sending love. It simply changes the channel through which love flows. Now, instead of words that can be misinterpreted, your soul sends pure healing energies. Instead of presence that can create dependency, Your soul sends blessings that nurture growth. Instead of conversations that can generate conflict, your soul sends prayers that elevate both your vibrations. The pulling away you've chosen is an act of supreme love. It's saying, I love you so much that I will distance myself so that we can both grow, so that we can both heal, so that we can both discover who we truly are when we're not trying to be what the other needs. This is the purest love that exists. Love that liberates, love that honors, love that trusts the divine process even when it doesn't understand. Know that each day of silence is a prayer, each moment of distance is a blessing, each tear of longing is an offering on the altar of transformation. You are being prepared for a way of loving that transcends all forms of love you've known until now. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel that Gabriel is truly speaking to your soul through this screen, write in the comments, I trust in the divine process of pulling away. Allow the angels to feel your presence. Let them know that you're here, courageous and willing to receive all the truth your soul needs to hear. Before we continue with the next revelation from the angels, pause for a moment and feel the energy of this message. Place your hand on your heart and feel how it's beating now. Do you notice something different? A peace that wasn't there before? An understanding that's beginning to be born? If you feel that the angels are truly speaking to you through this screen, confirm your presence in the comments. Gabriel wants you to understand that the pain of pulling away has a divine purpose. Each moment of longing is an opportunity to connect with love's eternity, with the dimension of love that doesn't depend on physical proximity, that doesn't depend on words, that doesn't even depend on reciprocity. You're being taught to love as the angels love, unconditionally, eternally, without expectations, without need for return. Spiritual assistance is constantly by your side, even when you feel most alone. Gabriel and the entire angelic hierarchy are sending healing energies to your heart, strength energies to your soul, clarity energies to your mind. You're not going through this process alone. Every challenge, every moment of pain, every tear shed is part of the greater plan, part of the journey that's leading you to a higher version of yourself. Pulling away is not a punishment, it's a preparation. You're being prepared to receive a love that's worthy of your divine essence. You're being prepared to offer a love that's pure, unconditional, transformative. Gabriel whispers that everything you're experiencing now is necessary for you to become the being of light you were always destined to be. The angels ask me to pause here. They want you to know that there's a deeper layer to this message, a truth that may be intense, but that your soul is ready to receive. If you feel you're prepared to know what really happens in that person's heart during your days of pulling away, no matter how revealing it may be, write in the comments, I am brave enough to receive all the truth. Gabriel now reveals the deepest aspects of the situation. When you pull away, something magical happens in the energetic field between you two. Absence creates a more intense presence. Silence creates deeper communication. Distance creates a closeness that transcends the physical. While you struggle with longing, the other person's soul is experiencing a transformation that's only possible through your absence. Your pulling away forces the other person to confront their own essence, their own fears, their own truths. It's as if you, by pulling away, had removed a mirror that allowed them to hide from themselves. Now they must look within, must find their own answers, must discover who they are when they can no longer define themselves through their relationship with you. This is the most precious gift you could give someone, the opportunity to discover themselves completely. Gabriel paints before your spiritual eyes a future where pulling away reveals itself as the wisest decision you could have made. See yourself months from now, years from now, radiating a light that was only possible because you had the courage to pull away when pulling away was necessary. Feel the gratitude that will fill your heart when you completely understand that every day of silence was a day of preparation for something infinitely greater. Visualize the moment when you'll look back and understand that pulling away wasn't a loss, it was a discovery. Discovery of your own strength, your own capacity to love without losing yourself, your own light that shines independently of any other person. Gabriel shows that you're being prepared for relationships that honor your divine essence, for connections that elevate your vibration, for a love that's expansive, liberating, transformative. The rebirth is happening now, through every tear, through every moment of solitude, through every courageous choice to maintain silence when it would be easier to break it. Healing is flowing through your being, washing away old wounds, removing patterns that no longer serve, preparing you to receive abundance in all areas of your life. Gabriel whispers that the light you're discovering within yourself will illuminate not only your own journey, but also the path of everyone blessed to cross paths with you. If this message has brought peace to your heart, if you feel that Gabriel has truly touched your soul through these words, leave your gratitude in the comments. Write, "Gratitude, Archangel Gabriel, for the healing I feel in my heart." Allow others who are going through the same journey to feel they're not alone, that there's a community of courageous souls who chose the path of transformation through pulling away. To continue receiving angelic guidance directly from the divine messengers, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Gabriel and all the archangels have so much more to reveal about your spiritual journey, about the healing processes you're experiencing, about the luminous future being prepared for you. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it, with someone who's struggling with the decision to pull away, with someone who needs to understand that pulling away can be an act of supreme love. Sometimes a single message can completely change a person's perspective on their own journey. Until the next video, dear soul, may Archangel Gabriel continue guiding your steps. May divine light illuminate your path. May angelic wisdom bring clarity to your heart. You are loved, you are protected, you are guided, always. So it is, and so it shall be.